Anyway, hi. Yes, we're here with this scene for once. Now you may be wondering, what is this scene? This is what they call, the scene where I usually follow it up with some sort of sappy thing. But that's what this is. Because today is a special day. Because a lot of things happened today. For example, in 1635, the French colony of Guadeloupe, probably, was established in the Caribbean. Congrats on them, if they're even still around. That is. I don't know if they're around. Spoilers. I don't even know if they're. I don't even know where that is. Well, it's Caribbean, but anyway. Or like how in 1675, Frederick William of Brandenburg crushed Sweden. Oh, I won't follow them because I don't think Brandenburg exists anymore. Or how in 1709, Russians defeated the Swedish and the Cossacks at the Battle of Poltava. I looked up a list of stuff that happened today, such as how in 1776 colonists repulsed a British sea attack on Charleston, South Carolina. Or how in 1778, Molly Pitcher Hayes Macaulay, wife of an American artilleryman, carries water to the soldiers during the Battle of Monmouth. Or how in 1839... Klingquay and other Africans are kidnapped and sold into slavery in Cuba. Oh, I don't know if I don't know if we should be quite looking at that one, but congrats or something. I don't know. Or in 1862, how fighting continued between the Union and Confederate forces during the 7 Days Campaign. I'll just click on. Okay. Or how in 1863, General George replaces General Joseph Hooker 3 days before the Battle of Gettysburg. Okay, I'm not reading all these facts. A lot of things fucking happened today. Oh, Congress declared Labor Day a holiday in 1884, so there you go. A couple months before it even came around. 1902, Congress passed the Spooner Bill, which authorized the Panama Canal to exist. So there you go. I forget. This specific day that has no other meaning whatsoever. Is apparently also when the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, which I think is what was the catalyst for World War I, happened. And also, apparently, the Treaty of Versailles was signed by Germany. So, on this day, both World War I both started and ended. Granted, not on the same exact day. There was a good 5 years before those events, but you get the idea. You know what the real meaning is to say. I'm kind of. I was just gonna scroll through these and see if that's interesting. I did not know the Treaty of Versailles was signed today, though. That's actually pretty interesting on how both it ended began and ended on the same day. Anyway, there's that. Stalingrad happened. Ugh. I guess Philippine resistance ended in 1945. MacArthur came to the Korea when it fell to the North Koreans. It came to Seoul anyway. And then Vietnam happened. I don't know if we quite talk about Vietnam. Oh, okay. Anyway, today there's a bit more than just random events happening today. Besides the start and conclusion of World War I, apparently. It's a birthday today. And not just anyone's birthday. I'm talking about one Mark Fishbach. Happy birthday, man. 31 years. One hell of a run, man. RSF history. I don't know, it's more than that. It's also interesting how Apparently Elon Musk's birthday is today. I only found that out. I only found that out earlier today. Oh, hi, Gerald Man, aka the new guy. I never stated it was my birthday yet, but I guess you spilled the beans. It is also my birthday, but there's far more important people that have birthdays today, like Henry the Eighth of England, except he's dead, so I guess we can't really celebrate that one. Or, what the fuck is that? Keely Pickler? I guess a songwriter. Or John Cusack, whoever that is. Or John Jacques Rousseau. Swiss philosopher and whatever polymath is. Or Mel Brooks. Oh, okay. Or Rob Drydrack, an American skateboarder. I didn't know that was a profession. Felicia Day, an actress and singer, and that guy, and a bunch of other people no one knows. Recker? More? A lot of YouTubers, apparently. Let's see. There's a lot of people on this list I don't know and I don't want to read. To the elongated muskrat who shot his car into space, yes. I actually legitimately didn't know Elon Musk's birthday was today. This morning I looked at Twitter just to see about all the happy birthdays to the Mark Man. It's like it's also saying, oh, Elon's birthday is today. It's like, oh, okay. So there's at least two people that's more important than me that's borrowing my birthday, which is fine, I guess. No. But I also have a birthday, in case you couldn't tell already. The ripe old age of 21. It's not that old, but you get the idea. We're on this screen, I forgot. Yeah. So, I am not that old. I'm older, and I'm not so sure about the wiser, though. But, I'm a whole 21 years old. Which is 21 years more than anyone could have predicted. Maybe. Because, I don't know. I don't know who's placing bets on my life. Except me. Because I'm a gambler at nature. But that's besides the point. Yeah. So, I'd like to take this time to just give a blanket statement of appreciation to everyone that's gotten me to this point. Because 21 is a special number, because you can be an alcoholic, or be a chain smoker, or lose all your money in gambling, even though I've already kind of done that already, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank my parents, because they're the ones who brought me here in the first place. The mic is very close to me, because side note, I have a mic stand now as a birthday gift, so the mic is really, really close to me, which is why it's been very close. So oops. I've also may have been breathing into it, which is also a problem, but I digress. Well, yeah, without them I obviously wouldn't be here, because then no one would have birthed me. So I have a feeling they're a pretty important part to this whole mess. But also I'd like to thank the people out there on the internet. Like everyone part of the Broad Podcast, which is people like Gone. He's not watching. He's not even here, or he's not in the Discord anyway. Max, even though he's not watching this. I guess he also wasn't. He was in the Discord like a minute ago, but I guess not. I don't remember who else is listed there. I think Gavin's listed there, but we haven't seen him for decades. And then of course everyone else is in it who I haven't listed for reasons, or various reasons. But more importantly, I'd like to point out two of the biggest people, two big ones. Oh, Max had to leave. Okay. Well, in any case, I'd like to take a special thanks to the two biggest people. Cody's Chancebox last name and Wiz Banana Dom. ish, something like that. I don't know. I guess Nightlock now, right? I forgot. Saying whatever. You get the idea. They're probably the biggest help throughout my 5-ish years. No, 4 years. I can count. That's next year. That next year will be a 5-year. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. But, yeah, roughly 4 years on the internet. And they've been very, very helpful. Both in front of and behind the scenes. With everything from... everything, really. There's a lot to unpack there, but we don't unpack that here. But they are genuinely probably the two big, outside of my parents. Obviously, they're still pretty big parts of it, but outside of them, they are probably the biggest part of my life. And without them, I definitely wouldn't be the person I am today. So, I give a special thanks out to those two, even though I don't show my appreciation that much, especially for them, even though I should. But yeah, I really do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart that I have somewhere. I don't know where I put that. It's I left it in my other pants. I don't know where that pants went. We don't wear pants here. But finally, I'd like to thank the viewers that I don't have outside of the people already mentioned. But if you're watching this and you're none of the parties I mentioned, that means you're a viewer. Or me. Because if you're me, you shouldn't be watching this. Unless you're doing like one of those compilation video things, then I guess that's cool. But otherwise, you're not me and you're not mentioned already. It's more of a blanket statement to anyone who's ever watched and anyone who potentially could watch. Let's look it out for a friend. Well, I do the same for you too, and you do the same for me. I'm not good at this whole sentimental thing, but here we are. But yeah, I just don't show my appreciation enough to everyone that's gotten me to this point, and without that, I probably wouldn't have made it 21 years without losing my sanity. Unless I've already lost that already, then oops. Yeah. Now that we have all the icky, sentimental appreciation, icky stuff out of the way. Well, that's it for this clip. I mostly made this clip individual so I could figure out what I'm gonna do. So, YouTube, that's it. There's not much here. This is more of a standalone clip. If you ever need a blanket statement of me giving some sort of thanks or appreciation, you can use this video now, so I don't have to. This is a 13-minute thing, Jesus. Yeah. So YouTube thank. Twitch are gonna be back in a minute with something. Well, hopefully it's gonna run. Anyway, we'll be back then. YouTube thank. Chance do the funny. I didn't. There's no music. This is just awkward silence now. I should have played an OST, but I couldn't think. What was that sound? Okay.